We want to step into the stadiums and be prepared to fight and compete every week and understand that we're going to get people's best shot. And so I like the general attitude of the group today.
And I said this week, we're not chasing perfection in terms of 16-0. We're chasing the Lombardis. And so that's the most important thing for us is we just have to focus on this week and playing our best 1 week at a time.
Now, you diehard football fans know that the only team to finish a regular season at 16-0 was the 2007 Patriots. But maybe we should start taking this Steelers run pretty seriously. They will be an FPI favorite in at least 5 of their final 6 games. That lone exception coming on Thanksgiving against the Ravens, who just lost their 3rd out of 4 games. Now, it should be noted that 10 of the previous 17 teams to start 10-0 did reach the Super Bowl.
Saints head coach Sean Payton was very transparent about the decision to go with Taysom Hill at quarterback. He said he was nervous about it because he felt there was a lot of pressure being put on Taysom Hill and a lot of pressure on the play calling. But in the end, the combination of both turned to be successful.
Listen, your first start ever in the NFL, I think he called one formation, flipped around the wrong way. There was one motion, and then, all of that kind of calmed down, and he got very comfortable with the flow of the game.
He played tremendous. I could tell all throughout the week his preparation. I could see the look in his eyes. He was ready for the moment. Every day he found a way to win the day, and it just progressed to today, and everyone saw. And I'm very proud of him.
If I'm being honest, I didn't fully understand what it took to be a starter in the NFL until I got here, and I had the opportunity to learn from Drew. And man, Drew is with me every step of the way this week. I look up to him so much. He's become one of my best friends, and he was awesome.
And while Taysom Hill got his first start as a quarterback for the New Orleans Saints, the bright spot in this game was this defense. 8 sacks total, all with their franchise quarterback, Drew Brees, watching from the sideline. Michael?
All right, Diana. Hill went 5 for 5 on throws of at least 15 yards downfield Sunday, something Brees has done only once in the last decade, believe it or not. Brees has completed a high percentage of those throws this year, though, but was averaging fewer than 3 completions per game on such deep passes.
He handled everything like a professional from day one. And to be voted a captain just speaks everything you need to know about the guy. And the players have responded to him, the coaches have responded to him, the city has responded to him, and all that is equally as important, And so, again, he energizes this team, and he's been a tremendous player, everything we hoped he'd be. And we'll get him back at some point. We don't know when that is. But for now, we gotta transform that energy and put it somewhere else in this team.
These are guys that have played together and played against each other for a long time. They know each other. They got a tremendous amount of respect. And everybody cares about each other's career. And I think that's one of the cool things about this game. Is you go out and you can fight and scratch and claw. But when it's all said and done, you're friends. And I think that was a good example of sportsmanship. And I was glad to see it. It's just unfortunate. I hate to see a young man like Joe get hurt. He's like I said, he's a heck of a football player, and we know he'll be back.
And as you might expect, a lot of reaction from around the NFL after Burrow left that game. Patrick Mahomes on Twitter, prayers up. Joey B, Russell Wilson, also praying for you, Joey B. And Joe Mixon, prayers up for his quarterback. But what about Burrow himself? Well, he went to Twitter. He clearly saw all the support on social media. He says, thanks for all the love. Can't get rid of me that easy. See ya next year. More on the game between Washington and Cincinnati coming up later on SportsCenter.
Early on the West Coast to join us on Countdown. Hello and welcome to DK Metcalf. DK, we had a feature on you a couple weeks ago on Countdown. There were a lot of great aspects of it, but one of the things I remember most is when Russell is talking about his chemistry with you, and he references trying to be like Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. When you hear your QB say that, what goes through your mind?
That he sees something special in me, and we got a long way to go. We got a lot of more off seasons of work to put in, but just to reach the greatest of all time, the greatest duo of all time, it's just kind of special.
DK, this is Randy. I don't want to really talk about Thursday's matchup. I want to go back to 2 weeks ago, going against Jalen Ramsey with him being in your division. You've played 3 games in just 2 seasons. talk about that matchup, because me and Rex Ryan were just talking about, hey, this could be a matchup that we could get used to seeing for about 10 years of football. So I just want you to just really talk about it, because you didn't really fare too good with Jalen. You averaged 1 touchdown, 100 yards a game before that matchup. I just want you to talk a little bit about that matchup going against a guy like Jalen Ramsey.
He's arguably the best corner in the game right now. And, just after the game, he talked to me. He was like, I look forward to these matchups, and, so do I. I mean, just to go against a guy, of that caliber, strong, fast, physical, just to have him in my division 2 games a year is going to be special. And, I just can't wait till week 16 to go against him again. So, hopefully, the outcome is going to be different. But, I got week 16 circled on my calendar.
Well, if I could leave you with this, Russell throws a great moon ball, and that game he threw you a couple, and you let it come down to the breadbasket. As big as you are, DK, you got to go up and get those balls against a DB like that. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Okay, I got a less serious question. Hey, I got a gear question. What's up with the baby binky mouthpiece? Tell us about that.
Well, it just kind of shows my personality a little bit. I'm a baby in the league, but I play like a grown man in a sense. So, just kind of pin the binky.
Hey, DK, you think, how in the heck did you last to one of the last picks in the second round? It's absolutely ridiculous. Do you think you kind of get overlooked because you look so good? I mean, I'll be honest, it happens to me all the time.
Yeah,
you know what
sure.
I mean? But how the hell does that happen? You too big, too fast, too competitive? I mean, it's these geniuses out there picking guys, and it's my goodness, do you have a chip in your shoulder that just, I'm going to show everybody?
Yes, sir. Just because I lasted to the second round, I know who I am as a person. I know who I am as a football player. So, I get to display that to everybody who passed on me. Every Sunday, every Monday, every Tuesday, even at practice, I get to continue to work on my craft and, to show and, prove to why everybody shouldn't have passed on me. So, I like being the 64th pick. If I would have went later, it would have been, a lot more driving force in my life, even on the field. But, I was the 64th pick, and, all 32 teams had a chance to pass on me. So, I gotta let them pay.
All right, and you definitely have been doing that. And DK, how about your coach, man? How awesome was it? We all remember the video. Here it is right here, a little flashback, sitting back in there.